In 2005, a NASA spacecraft flew past a tiny moon orbiting Saturn. What it found broke every assumption we had about where life could exist in our solar system. This moon, smaller than the state of Arizona, was shooting water vapor, ice, and organic molecules directly into space. Not as a theory, not a simulation. Right now, as you was this. And inside that plume, scientists found hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and complex organic compounds. The exact chemical recipe that feeds life around hydrothermal vents at the bottom of our own oceans. Astrobiologist Chris McKay said it plainly. Enceladus has the most accessible habitable environment in the outer solar system. Not Mars, not Europa. This tiny frozen moon of Saturn, actively spraying its hidden oceans into space. Maybe the best place in the solar system to find alien life beyond Earth. And we already flew through it. Let me put Enceladus in perspective. Our solar system has over 200 known moons. Most are dead rocks, frozen, cratered, geologically silent. Enceladus should be one of them. It sits 800 million miles from the Sun. Surface temperature minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit. No real atmosphere to speak of, just ice, radiation, and silence. By every rule of planetary science, this moon should be completely inert. Instead, active geology, a subsurface ocean, erupting geysers, organic chemistry happening right now beneath its icy crust. Enceladus is only 313 miles wide. Small worlds lose their internal heats fast. It should have gone cold billions of years ago. But Saturn's gravity constantly flexes and squeezes it from the inside. Their tidal friction generates enough heat to maintain a warm liquid ocean beneath the ice. A chemically active subsurface ocean. On a moon that has no business being warm. Here is what separates Enceladus from every other moon in this conversation. Europa's hidden ocean is buried under miles of ice. We are highly confident it exists, but we have never touched it. Getting there requires drilling technology we don't fully have yet. Its south pole has fractures in the ice, tiger strips, and through those fractures, the subsurface ocean is actively venting into space. Not leaking, erupting. These geysers shoot material 30 times faster than a refill bullet. And Saturn's E-ring, one of the planet's outer rings, is literally made of water from Enceladus's ocean. Every time you look at Saturn through a telescope, part of what you are seeing came from an ocean on this moon. When Cassini flew through that plume, it detected water vapor, salt, molecular hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, and complex organic molecules with over 200 carbon atoms. That last one stopped scientists cold. Molecules that size don't appear randomly. They require sustained hydrothermal chemistry happening at the seafloor, deep inside that hidden ocean. In astrobiology, that single finding shifted research priorities for an entire generation. Here is why hydrothermal activity matters so much, and why most videos don't explain it well enough. At the bottom of Earth's oceans, where the seafloor cracks open and superheated water pours out, sunlight has never once reached those places. The pressure is crashing, the darkness is total, and yet life is absolutely everywhere down there. Tube worms, blind shrimp, microbial colonies coating the rocks. Entire ecosystems running on chemistry instead of sunlight and thriving. For a long time, scientists thought these were biological curiosities, edge cases, life hanging on at the extreme. Now, many researchers in astrobiology believe hydrothermal vents may be one of the most universal starting points for life, not just on Earth, but anywhere in the solar system where liquid water meets hot rock. That is the shift, and Enceladus sits right at the center of it. The silica particles Cassini found in the plume are only produced when water at around 194 degrees Fahrenheit reacts with rock at the seafloor. Their signature is specific. It is not ambiguous. It tells us what right now, on the floor at the hidden ocean. Something geological and chemical and energetic is actively happening. Hot water meeting rock, minerals dissolving, organic compounds forming. Not a dead ocean sitting in the dark, a living chemistry lab. Then there is the hydrogen. And this is the detail that genuinely changes things. On Earth, molecular hydrogen is produced when hot water reacts with certain types of rock. It happens at hydrothermal vents, and some microbes eat it, literally using the chemical byproducts of geology as their energy source. No sunlight, no photosynthesis, just rock reacting with water, and life feeding on the result. Cassini found that exact product erupting from Enceladus' ocean, which means if anything lives in that hidden ocean, it already has food, a continuously available chemical energy source sitting right there at the seafloor, produced by the moon's own geology, running whether anyone is alive to use it or not. The conditions for alien life beyond Earth are not hypothetical anymore. They were detected, sampled, physically collected by a spacecraft flying through another world's ocean. That is where we actually are. So why haven't we found life already? Because Cassini was never built to look for it. It flew through a plume that may contain biological signatures, and it was carrying the wrong instruments for the specific question. Not a failure of science, a failure of timing. NASA's Enceladus Orbilander, currently in development, would fix that. A mission designed to orbit this moon, sample the plume repeatedly, and search directly for biosignatures, cell membranes, amino acid patterns only biology produces, molecular complexity that pure chemistry cannot explain on its own. We know how to build this. We know exactly where to point it. The plume is already there, already erupting, already carrying ocean material into space. The greatest discovery in human history may not require a century of waiting or a journey to another star system. It may require one spacecraft, one moon we already visited, one plume we already flew through, and better instruments than the ones we brought the first time. Enceladus changes everything. Europa taught us that hidden ocean can exist beneath ice in the outer solar system. Enceladus proved it, with physical samples we actually collected. Europa suggested the ingredients for alien life beyond Earth might exist somewhere out there. Enceladus showed us those ingredients actively mixing. Right now, in a subsurface ocean we have already touched. And unlike Europa, we don't have to drill through miles of ice to reach it. We don't have to guess what's below the surface. Enceladus is already sending pieces of its hidden ocean into space. It has been doing it for millions of years. It will keep doing it long after any spacecraft we send arrives. The universe almost never makes a mystery this reachable. Carl Sagan spent his life arguing that life, given the right conditions, is simply what matter does. Not a miracle, not an accident, a pattern. Enceladus may be the first place in our solar system where we find out if he was right. A moon that should be dead. A subsurface ocean that should be frozen solid. An organic chemistry lab running 800 million miles from the sun. And a plume of water erupting into space. Carrying material from a hidden ocean no human has ever seen. We already flew through it. We just weren't ready to see what was inside. Subscribe to Orbicus, because next we are going somewhere even stranger. A moon with lakes, rivers and rain, but none of it is water.